Yeah, it was very interesting.
I don't have much to say when it comes to the language, the music side, because I'm not a singer. I'm not even like a trained singer or anything. It's just what I feel about it. So far, those two songs employed a very clear utilization of wavy technique.
Bro was
Yeah,
fast to the Arknights song trend.
yeah, he was. Marco is a professional singer, Unlike me, he's an opera singer, which is like, oh, I can't really say nearly as much as he does. I can't really feel it as much as he does, because I'm not really like, this is not what I do for a living at all. So I just comment on things that I can comment, and I comment on musical part whenever I feel like it. Something I can say about the previous songs so far is that the both utilize very heavily the acoustic guitar, which is one of the I think one of the more cliche ways to represent Slavic music. It has been heavily featured in the in Metro series. It has been very heavily featured in a lot of other in Stalker series. The reason why it's so featured is that I think acoustic guitar, is very easy to implement. It's a very minimalistic style of song. It's a very minimalistic way to create a song, and it's like you can create many tones with acoustic guitar that are very easy to set the mood to. The music there is to prop up the voice itself. The voice itself is the main show, basically, in these kind of folk songs. The guitar is just there as an accompanying piece. Like in full bands music, often you hear the voice being the accompanying piece to the big overarching musical structure of the instruments. The drums, the guitars, everything just kind of flows into one. The minimalistic piece from acoustic guitars usually are just like ways for you to sing. Usually standard way, I imagine, when you are sitting around the campfire. It's like late in the evening or somewhere, and there's like a campfire in front of you. There's people surrounding, the shadows falling on the ground, and someone's playing acoustic guitar and sings. That's like the most cozy, I want to say, genre of music you can potentially imagine. It's like not hype in any capacity. You don't dance to it. You don't like vibe to it all that much. You just sit there and listen and contemplate. That is like the general mood, I think, in a lot of ways, in a lot of that music. But let's listen to the lullaby to next. Different musical structure, not acoustic guitar. Younger bold. That one's a native. It's a literal lullaby. It's a literal lullaby. See? Видишь ли ты? Во сне видишь ли ты? Very this is how native sounds. A lot of the awkward sounds are not present. Even though she sounds much softer, even her voice sounds much softer, she actually puts like lots of emphasis on the right letters here. And it sounds more natural that way. Как ты вырастешь, малыш. It's like very. Even like the awkward, even like you can do this with like specific words and specific way you need to do it in a song, so it sounds very natural. This is very different from the previous songs. Very different, actually, like super different. There's no wave. You see, it's much more high. It's much more flow forward. There's not a lot of vowels that are being like stretched. How it was in the first two songs, especially during the verses. There is none of that here. It's just like it's all forward. It's all paces forward. It's almost like a bunny. The way I imagine it's like a bunny hopping, right? It's like no. It's like kind of like that. Okay. Unlike they reversed the structure a little bit during the verses. It's where the faster bits are happening, right? The faster bits, like the. But then when the chorus came, there's like it feels like someone is. It feels like a lullaby. It feels like a lullaby. It's how it songs. It feels like a lullaby. It's like someone is babying a person as they're falling asleep, and it's just like this motion of holding a baby and like moving side to side. Like this is the same, similar waves, but not like the same. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Slightly rocky, a rocky vibe here, like pulsating rocky vibe. There's like a feeling of rising. I wouldn't fall asleep to that one. The vibe is good of the lullaby, but I wouldn't fall asleep to that one. It's just like I want to like it's like hyping me up a little bit for some reason. It's like hyping me up.
Song before is not the local.
Interesting, because two boys above is from a local Ursus Russian, while three other characters from two songs become is not the local. It might have been specific. It might have been very very specifically chosen to not be native and have this accent to represent the fact that they're not native to the quote unquote Russia. So it might be interesting in that way, but this is definitely native singing. This is definitely native singing. So I'm not. It could as well be a, how do I say it, a specific choice by them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's the wind, guys. It's the wind. This is like this is the NPCs, the gaming NPCs, decided to write a lyric for a song. So maybe it was the wind. It's like dead body like flies off the wall, stabbed in the chest, and lands on the ground. I'm sure it's the wind. It's the wind. It's totally the wind. Maybe it's the wind. Sorry, it's a dumb joke. Valchok, I wouldn't say a baby wolf. It's just like it could be a baby wolf, but Valchok usually is used as like a cutified word wolf. It's like a cutesy version of wolf. It's like Valchok, a Valchok. Valchok. It's just like Bachok, Valchok, chok. That's basically how it like it's not specifically baby back. Bachok is it's saying it's just my back, but it's not baby back. It's just back, but it's like a cutified version. So I wouldn't. Plus, baby wolves are not that dangerous anyway. Yeah, I like this. It implements like a very chaotic way of singing. All three songs implemented very chaotic ways of singing in how they are presented, and that's exactly how they are usually sung in Russian. People take lots of liberties when it comes to pronunciation and emphasis on certain letters, and it's usually okay. Like even here, there's few things that is just like very you wouldn't talk like that normally. Basically, you wouldn't say the same words the same way normally outside of the song, right? Several cases, but it still sounds good, so nobody cares. It's like the rules are bent in a very pleasant way. Let's say it like that, and it's very
Talk about wolf. There are another Ursus operator named Pazinka. Her song isn't sang in Russian, but it's pretty good.
Russian, okay, but it's pretty good. Okay. I love how they went this. I love how they went with this. You skinny bayou. That the way they was. Again, I'm just doing this. Like anyone who listens to this and cringes, sorry. I'm just paid I'm specifically just seeing like how they do it in my brain. This repeated sound basically, which is very which works here. Surprisingly, the most hype song so far was the Lullabye. Interesting. It's a very foreboding song for some reason. Like the songs, the words are comforting on their own, but the vibe is super. How do I say it? The vibe is super unsettling. Like it's this false piece that is slowly unraveling in the background somewhere. Like it's like, please sleep, but it's like in the most aggressive way possible. Kind of like it's not a song I would sleep to. It's like it's not sleep worthy. Like, it doesn't seem to me like you would be able to sleep to this. That's what I can say for sure. In a way, I guess that makes sense because the art itself is very unsettling in how it's presented as well. It's not a quiet bed. It's not a quiet place. It's very it's desolate.
Like a menacing lullaby?
Like a menacing lullaby, yeah. It's weirdly menacing. It isn't menacing in words. It isn't menacing in intent, but it's definitely the combination of the desolate, ruined place combined with the fact that the song rises in intensity slowly as it goes along, indicates that not all is quiet and not all is like so peaceful. The underlying peace is kind of like disturbed by something else that is like slowly creeping over as the song continues. I don't know if I'm like on the topic here at all, or if I'm like speaking bullshit here, but like this is what yes,
like a false piece.
Yes, exactly, like a false piece. Let me open again, just to skew this out. I'm not gonna listen to this song again. Listen to this. Look at this. The more you look at it, the more you realize that everything is desolate or ruined. Paintings are like kind of like hanging.
So the context of the lullaby. This song was sung by Frost Nova, the character in the first song, to the green boy in the video. He couldn't sleep because of his night terrors.
Yeah, but look at this. It's very fair. It's like the place around is desolate. It's uninhabitable. They're sitting on the ground, full of bruises and like not exactly peaceful. And they're like basically barely sleeping. They have like a piece of bread, a single book. It's not. There is a sense of foreboding approaching here. I don't know any of these characters, right? I don't know any of the context of this story, but it's definitely vibes to me as a maybe not exactly foreboding, but it's a peaceful moment in otherwise not pleasant situation. Like in otherwise completely not peaceful situation. There is no peace to be had outside of this specific moment. It's not lasting. It's not gonna last. That's the vibe I'm getting. Maybe it's like a general terms here, but yeah, I think I finally kind of settled on what I feel about the song. It's a moment of peace in a sea of turmoil, like an eye of the storm situation in a way. But they're still creeping from all over the place, as musically and narratively. This creeping feeling that this will.
You should read the comment of the lullaby. They can example better than me.
Yeah, let me actually do that. Frost was said to be feast overnight. He couldn't sleep because not transformed into his mind. He forgot Nostromo's name, and then forgot who was singing. While the song itself stayed with him, even when he couldn't remember himself. He still remembered the loving sound that brought him comfort and safety back then. Back then, he could sleep at peace surrounded by adopted family. Okay, yeah.
Bro, what happened to my grammar?
Your grammar decided to leave to grandma.